So today I'm going to talk to you about marketing. The benefit of this video to you will be maximum profitability if you are a brand new or looking to get into business, or if you are an already existing entrepreneur and business owner. So marketing in and of itself is a very complex field, but there's a couple of topics that are made more complex for the sake of marketability by a lot of like marketing agencies and so-called marketers. So you'll grab a couple of things from this video that will help you, at the very least, get more clarity on how to become a successful and profitable marketer, or at least tweak some things or notice some things if you are contracted with an agency that you go, wait a second, I don't know if that's right. My name is Jarrett Roden. I'm the founder of LeadGen.ai. That's Gen with a J. We do AI personalization. It's actually AI marketing infrastructure. It's three-tiered: AI infrastructure, AI personalization, and AI marketing consultation. If you'd like to request some information, I will drop a link down below with a free report of the 7 biggest mistakes that entrepreneurs make that are destroying their marketing and bloating their business, not growing it. So let's dive in. So there are basically 3 basic models around successful marketing, right? You have to know who you're marketing to, your message, and you have to make sure that it's coming through the right wavelength or frequency, right? Today, we're just going to talk about the who and the message, because a lot of people, like kind of the common thought, the common idea within the marketing space is a little incestuous. So it's a lot of people like, oh, do this because they did this, and without a lot of data behind it. So I'm going to tackle one of the biggest misconceptions in business in general, and that's the idea of niching down. So I'm sure many of us have heard, even if we don't run a business, hey, you have to niche down, niche down, niche down, niche down. The problem with that statement is that it's an incomplete thought. And it actually gives really bad advice, because it takes one of the most important components and aspects of your marketing and boils it down to just like a choice on a restaurant menu. Yeah, today I'll have this steak, right? And that's not what niching down is. It's not like, oh, I think this market's going to be the most profitable, so let's go into there and then make everything that we do about that. It's far more than that, and it's actually an evolving avatar is what it's kind of referred to as in the industry. It's an evolving being over time, right? Because who starts out as your ideal client will probably not be your ideal client after your 100th customer. If you're really looking at your numbers and understanding, whoa, okay, I love working with this type of person. I make way more money off of them. They send me over way more referrals. Hold on, what are their psychographics and their demographics? And let's target more of these types of people. Okay, so niching down in and of itself is about finding one person. Now, you might go, well, Jarrett, I'm marketing to all sorts of people. Okay, that's fine. Let's focus on one first. And then if you have another group of people that you want to target, let's boil them down to another one type of person. Because the fact of the matter is, although we're all unique, a lot of us can be categorized into a same group, right? You can say, oh, okay, well, that type of person, they watch football on Sundays. They love drinking 2 beers. They love Cheetos, and right, you can find more people like that, right? It just, there's only so many things that we can do, and psychographics have been studied very heavily, and so it's pretty easy to find like, okay, I really want to target this person, and then there will be lots like them. Okay, so that's one of the myths, is that like no 2 people are alike. We're all very, very similar. That's why marketing works broad stroke and has been working broad stroke for a millennia. How many of you, if you're in the millennial age like myself, remember Nickelodeon commercials with the blow pen, with the paint and the black thing, like you put the spatula down and it changes the colors? Like, there are marketing that to this day we're like, oh man, I wish my parents had paid $19.95 with $9.95 shipping and handling to buy that, because we followed under a very similar psychographic profile. Okay, so when you're identifying your who, right, what this also does is it hyper focuses your marketing. So you kill off a lot of waste. It makes your marketing very lean and super hyper focused, so that that one person that you're marketing to goes, oh my gosh, it's like you were in my bedroom. It's like you're sitting on the couch next to me when I'm thinking these things and talking to myself and trying to figure out how I'm going to get out of this mess, whatever this mess is. You see how that's a little bit different than, oh, I'm going to go after solar entrepreneurs, or I'm going to target roofers, or, right, like, we're not targeting industry anymore in terms of like niching down. It's like, hey, I'm targeting the person who is up late at night because they can't keep their sales, their closers' calendars filled. And so they're worried about losing their top talent, and they hate being a revolving door of a company because they can never build company culture, which then that high turnover makes it really hard for exponential growth and right? Like you just continue, oh, they're saying to themselves, like, why is this so difficult? Like, I don't understand why I keep spending money with this marketing agency and they keep bringing me really crummy leads. Like, I don't understand what's going on. They're generating me thousands of leads, but they're all garbage. Like, what is happening? Right? And so when we take our list and figure out all the things that our person is saying, then we can go, oh, wait a second, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. And now when you read the letter, it's going to be a very, very targeted, like one-to-one message, regardless of what media we choose, whether it's direct mail, email, Facebook ads, like whatever, right? I also recommend learning direct mail. It is the most profitable marketing media on planet Earth. So you should learn direct marketing. Just kind of as a side note, there's plenty of books. Dan Kennedy writes many great books on direct marketing. I have Craig Simpson and Dan Kennedy's book, The Direct Mail Solution, that I've jumped into. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And direct mail was profitable long before the internet and has been the most profitable media ever since the internet. So much so, quick side note, if you didn't know this, that the social media companies actually got caught botting likes and clicks on their ads to basically make the ads that business owners were running seem more engaged than they actually were. You ain't got to worry about that with direct mail. Like, people are either going to respond or they're not. Just kind of a quick side note that the internet isn't the end all be all. There's plenty of ways to market. Actually, a lot more than people are willing to discuss. So finding the who eliminates a ton of waste and a ton of wasted dollars, because another downfall of a lot of companies is because they're not niched down properly, like they're niched down, but they don't know who they're actually targeting. They target people who might be able to afford what they're offering, but aren't willing to buy. Or maybe they're targeting people who are willing to buy, but can't afford it. And the fact of the matter is, like, when we run businesses, we're not running charities. We get into business to become rich and free. That's it. Like, if you want to open up a 501c3, if you want to do a charity, like, fantastic, awesome. Do a community service. The free stuff needs to be just like this video on YouTube, right? Teach people how to make money in order to be able to afford what it is that you're offering. But every single dollar that you spend marketing towards somebody who's not willing to buy what you have, or can't afford what you have, even though they're willing to buy it, is a wasted dollar. And you might as well just take that money and hand it to charity or to the homeless guy on the corner, right? Because at least it's going to do something. At least it's going to result in something potentially, right? There's a lot of marketing dollars wasted on stuff with no potential. Like, yeah, I'm absolutely willing to buy, but you're going to need to give me 3.5 years in order to save up the money. And then in 3.5 years, I'm not going to have the money because my car is going to break down and I'm going to have to use that as a down payment in order to get a car for my, you see how that kind of works? So you spent the money to generate a lead that will never convert. And crossing your fingers on a hope and a prayer that your leads are going to convert, that don't pay the bills. Like, that ain't going to take you to financial freedom. Like, you're not going to be able to hand the inheritance over to your children and say, oh yeah, there was a lot of hope. I got a database of 450,000 people of maybes. We don't want to do that. So when we really understand who we're marketing to, and we keep 2 mandatory criteria, willingness to buy and can afford to buy it, now we can start weaving in our messaging, which then brings in really the third primary criteria. Are they interested in purchasing what product or service you have? And so as you can see, like, the who is one of the most neglected portions of marketing and business. And here's why. When most people start a business, they don't start a business to become a marketer. What do I mean by that? Your business is marketing no matter what business you're in. If you run a dental office and you're a dentist, congratulations, you're a marketer trying to get clients to come into your business so that you can play dentist. Right? Same thing. If you're a roofer, you are a marketer who are trying to generate roofing leads so that you can put roofs on houses. Right? So the nucleus of business, like what business actually is marketing with a fulfillment side that's kind of irrelevant. Right? Like, for example, what I do, AI marketing architecture. I'm a marketer for my business. I actually built marketing tools. And so it just happened to work out that I'm going to be a marketer for marketing tools. It's almost like I engineered it that way to force myself to become one of the best in the world. When we begin to understand that, oh, actually business is all marketing, we'll shift our focus, and it's no longer like that thing that we keep putting off. It's something that we're going to track incessantly because it's going to decide whether or not our business is going to sink or float. And then when we start targeting the right people, the people who can afford to buy and are willing to buy, the affluent, we can now do some really, really interesting things in order to bring those riches and that freedom. Right? And if you have something against like, well, I don't want to be rich, like, all right, good luck being free, because you can't be free and not rich. Like, even the homeless aren't free because they have to go and beg on the corner or dig in the trash to eat. Like, it's not freedom. The only way to become free is to get rich. I hope that's very clear. So yes, go into business to get insanely rich so that your family can be insanely free forever. It's a very noble cause. It's very moral. It's very biblical to get very, very rich. It's very biblical to get very, very rich. The friend of God, Abraham, the father of the faith, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, was very rich, not spiritually, although he was spiritually rich, in cattle, in silver, and in gold. Say it with me. Abraham, the friend of God, was very rich in cattle, silver, and gold. Riches are good. Riches and freedom are the only thing that can fight tyranny. That's why taxes are so heavy. There's labels on rich people, and there's villainization of the rich. When really, people who want to get rich and free are just like anyone else. I want to be able to laugh, dance, sing with my young daughter, with my beautiful wife, with my loving family, my son and his daughter. I want us all to be free. Yet the tyrants will say, Oh no, you don't want to be rich. Oh, the rich need to pay for everything. The rich need to do this. The rich need to do that while they're counting their bank account, right? Tyrants hate when regular people like us come from nothing and get rich and free, because it really pokes them in that soft spot of, wait a second, you're not so special. I digress. The who will decide your messaging, and it's a lot easier to create messaging when you know who you're talking to, right? Because if you're talking to somebody who's 55 or 65, you're gonna have a different conversation than somebody who's 35 or 45. Even you're from 35 to 45, and 45 to 55, and 55 to 65. Like, those are going to be different conversations. Are you targeting men? Are you targeting women? Are you targeting the affluent? Are you targeting the mass affluent? Are you targeting the ultra rich? Who are you targeting? Your messaging is going to be different, but you don't actually know your messaging until you know who you're talking to. Now, your messaging is obviously like I just said at the beginning of the video. If you incorporate some of these things that I'm going to talk about in the video today, it's going to make you more profitable and give you give you more clarity and a better understanding of marketing in your business, or if you're looking to enter into business, the importance of marketing, right? Like, when I contract with you, what are my results? Like, what can I expect? And that's the whole thing, right? For AI infrastructure, with AI infrastructure, the results that you can expect is high deliverability and high volume, which gives you more opportunity to show up in front of the right person with the right message at the right time. Because we can figure out the right message and the right person pretty easily, right? But can we figure out when it's the right time for them to buy? If you do know that, please, by the way, send me an email at jarrett@jarrettroten.com, because I'd love to have a conversation with you, because we can become multi-trillionaires if we just know when somebody's ready to buy at all times. Who are you? Please, for the love of God, like, what do you need for me to be your mentor, or to be my mentor? Since it's not realistic, we have to put our right message in front of the right person as often as possible, so that when the time comes that they are ready to buy, it is the right time to buy, they'll think of you first. Okay, AI personalization. I'm gonna give you two scenarios. Scenario one, you receive a letter, and this is your favorite event. It's your event, the event of the year. And the event says, "Hey, Jarrett, we're so excited to be coming into your town. Thank you so much for being an alumni for these past 5 years. We wanted to invite you and actually provide you access to our VIP lane without even needing to buy a VIP ticket, plus 2 drinks. And we look forward to seeing you in 3 days from now." Versus you get a bulk piece of mail that says, "Hey, Jarrett, we're going to be in town in the next 3 days. Here's your VIP pass in order to skip the line, and 2 free drinks. We hope to see you in 3 days." Well, which message feels better, right? Well, obviously the one that is personalized to me, or the message that's going to be personalized to you. And so that's exactly what it does, is that whatever data you have on someone, we can pull and then use it to craft a hyper-personalized message to create that individualization, right? Where it appears that we've researched the business or the person and then sent them a message, as opposed to just sending a bulk blast message. Plus, that also helps with deliverability, because no two messages are ever going to be the same. The primary benefit, that special feeling. You make the prospect feel important. And then the AI marketing consultation, how we can put you in a league of your own, right? Everything that we just talked about with the who, and differentiating your product, which for us, we augment human excellence. I don't sell AI marketing. I augment human excellence. You see how that's a different market altogether, even though I'm in the AI marketing space? By having market differentiation, you can decide what your price is going to be. You get to decide who your clients are going to be. right? So you're going to get higher quality clients. They're going to be banging down your door to pay you more money. What are those referrals going to look like? You're designed exactly for these types of people. Oh, by the way, because it's an experience, it's targeting the affluent. And so being able to differentiate yourself in the market, I'll give you a great example. You ever heard of a small company called Starbucks? What does Starbucks sell? If you said coffee, you're incorrect. Starbucks sells Starbucks. They've convinced people that to pay $5 for a cup of coffee when you can go get an organic bag of beans for $20. It'll last you the month. How did they do this? Because they weren't selling coffee. They were selling the Starbucks experience. So they took a commoditized market, selling coffee, and created a monster brand off of the Starbucks experience. You have my unique proposition. You have the benefit of what my company is going to do for you. The results that we're going to put into your business, creating that maximum profitability that you're looking for, right? And so when we know exactly who we're talking to, we can create a message that is result-oriented. Like I'm nary to say benefit-oriented, result-oriented, because people only care about one thing, themselves. And don't worry about it. We all do. So let's just make sure when we open our mouths, we're providing a benefit for the person who's listening. And so I hope this video was incredibly helpful in terms of clarity and how this can improve profitability in your business today. If you would like to jump on a call, again, leadgen.ai. I will drop a couple of resources below as well as a booking link. If you are interested in jumping on a call with either myself or one of my AI marketing experts, we'd be happy to help maximize your profitability in your business. If you are just looking at starting a business, really understand that what you're walking into is marketing. It's not like, oh, I'm going to go do this thing and I'm going to whatever, right? It's your marketer, and whatever you fulfill and deliver is just an added bonus. I pray that you're blessed. I pray that your riches are multiplied, your wealth is abundant, and your prosperity is generational. Bye for now.